The Ontario government is forecasting larger than anticipated deficits while also pledging to invest an additional $3 billion in a new infrastructure bank to help spur community development. 8 months after promising to balance the budget by 2025, the province is projecting a $5.6 billion deficit for 2023-24. This is a significant increase from the $1.3 billion deficit forecast in this year's budget back in March. According to the government's fall economic statement, which was released on Thursday, this will be followed by a $5.3 billion deficit in 2024-25 and a surplus of $500 million in 2025-26. In March, the government projected a small surplus of $200 million in 2024-25. The new numbers reflect updated economic revenue information and higher contingencies, the statement said, as well as slower economic growth projections for the next 2 years. The government also cited high inflation and the Bank of Canada's interest rate increases as two factors impacting Ontario's economic outlook. Revenue is predicted to be $2.6 billion, lower than planned for 2023-24, while program expenses are anticipated to be $2.3 billion higher than expected. Officials say this is primarily due to replenishment of the contingency fund. The province has also said it would be launching the Ontario Infrastructure Bank, which they say will operate as an arm's-length, board-governed agency to encourage institutional investor participation in development. Officials say it will enable public sector pension plans and other trusted institutional investors and indigenous communities to further participate in large-scale infrastructure projects. The government say they will be investing an initial $3 billion in the infrastructure bank. Few details have been provided as to how this new infrastructure bank will operate, but the fall economic statement said the board will develop a detailed process to ensure there is appropriate qualification and selection of projects and partners in priority areas. Most of the other investments within the 158-page document have already been announced. This includes an extension of the temporary gas and fuel tax rate to June 30, 2024 at a price tag of $320 million for the 2023-24 and $325 million for 2024-25. The tax rate cut, which also went into effect on July 1, 2022, would continue to cut prices at the pump by 5.7 cents per litre. The province will also be removing the provincial portion of the harmonized sales tax HST on new purpose-built rental housing. The rebate would be available to projects constructed between September 14, 2023 and December 31, 2030. The government projects this will cost about $1 million in 2023-24, followed by $35 million in 2024-25 and $150 million in 2025-26. The idea is to help spur more housing construction in an effort to meet the province's goal of building 1.5 million homes over a decade. The province has also entered into a tax agreement with the federal government on vaping products. By joining, the federal excise duty on products intended for sale in Ontario will double, with half of the revenue being given to the provincial government. The rates are dependent on the quantity of product. Ontario will also lower the age for breast cancer screenings to 40. No costs have been tied to this announcement. The province will also add $100 million in funding for Invest Ontario, and the government will add $12 million per year in tax credit support to the critical minerals mining industry. While the province has said they will spend $28.1 billion over next 10 years to support highway construction, no project breakdown has been provided. Ontario's Finance Minister Peter Bethlen-Falvey said we must continue with our government's targeted approach. It has the flexibility we need while still investing to build the critical infrastructure to support growing communities across Ontario. IPTV.